You have just seen a song performed in real time on a single i-Series interactive music workstation. In this video, you will see the power of the i3 and how you can use it to expand your own musical creativity. With an established reputation for responding to the needs of the professional musician, Korg has led the music workstation field since its inception, with a long line of outstanding products, such as the classic M1 and the world-renowned 01W series. Now, with the launch of the i-Series interactive music workstation, Korg is pioneering a whole new concept in music making. The i-Series has all the power you've come to expect from a Korg music workstation. A completely programmable AI-squared synthesizer with 32-note polyphony and dynamic filtering, a 16-track sequencer that supports standard MIDI files, integrated digital multi-effects, and a built-in floppy disk drive. The i2 features a 76-note keyboard and an expanded piano PCM multisound for even greater performance power. In addition, the i-Series includes a powerful musical database of pre-programmed tracks covering a wide variety of musical styles. This style data, combined with the i-Series interactive music processing functions, make it easier than ever to create and perform music. Unique new features like arrangement play and backing sequence give you the flexibility to tailor your music the way you want, quickly and intuitively. The i-Series redefines what a music workstation should be. The i-Series has tremendous potential, but it's also incredibly easy to use. It's amazing the amount of music that the i3 can produce with just one finger. How is it possible to get all this music so easily? The secret lies with the i3's music processor. Originally, synthesizers were controlled simply from the keyboard. This is similar to the i3's program mode. Then, with the advent of the music workstation, the sounds could be controlled by recording to an internal sequencer, so you could create entire songs on a single machine. The i3 Song Mode gives you all of the sequencing capabilities of the current generation of Korg music workstations. Now, with the i-Series music processing functions, your control of the music is expanded even further. There are 3 modes on the i3 that utilize interactive music processing: arrangement play, backing sequence, and edit style. The arrangement play mode is for live performance of the i3's interactive functions. The backing sequence allows you to record arrangement play performances and then add 8 regular sequencer tracks on top of it. In edit style, you can create your own style sequences, and these can be used in either arrangement play for live performance or in backing sequence to create your own songs. In arrangement play, backing sequence, and edit style modes, you are using special MIDI sequences called styles. Let's take a look at exactly what makes up a style, and then we'll show you how the music processor interacts with you and the style sequence data to give you total control of your musical performance. A style is a collection of musically related MIDI sequences grouped together in a special way that enables the i3 music processor to perform a number of different functions. Styles consist of 4 variations, 2 intros, 2 endings, and 2 fills. Each style element is made up of smaller units called chord variations. The music processor modifies the style data with 4 different processors: the style element selector, the chord analyzer, note transposition tables, and the drum mapper. You select the style elements by pressing the buttons on the front panel, and then the chord variations are selected by the chord analyzer from the chords you play on the keyboard. This is how you interact with the music processor and tell the style element selector and the chord analyzer how you want to control your music. The music processor is what allows the i3 to respond to your commands and tailor the style sequence data to your performance. The styles are composed of sequence tracks of MIDI note data, but what you play in arrangement play and record in backing sequence are arrangements. The arrangement uses the note data contained in a style and allows you control over all the other parameters essential to making it into a complete musical performance. These include the selection of the instruments, their level, panning, and effects. One other important parameter of the arrangements is the track mutes. These mute settings can be stored in the arrangement or controlled in real time by pushing the A through F cursor keys. Let's check it out. The most important part of the production of a pop song is the drum sounds, and the i3 allows you an amazing amount of control, not over just the sounds, but even over what drums get played. You can select one of 8 different drum kits. After selecting your basic kit, you can then choose from between 4 different kick and 4 different snares for a total of 64 possible kick and snare combinations per kit. The drum mapper gives you even further control and allows you to take the drum tracks in the styles and change what parts the drummer is playing. You can change hi-hats into ride cymbals, snares into side sticks, and even add crash cymbals into your performance. The drum map settings for each variation in an arrangement can be stored so that when a new variation is selected, it automatically calls up the proper drum maps. Or you can take control of the drum maps in real time by using the drum map button and the lower row of program selection buttons. Let's take a listen to a performance that features drum maps. There are 2 different kinds of endings and intros. Ending 1 and intro 1 basically have chord changes in them, so you simply play a chord, and the i3 takes care of the rest. Here's how it works. Playing a minor chord selects chord variation number 2, and a completely different intro is played. Intro and ending 2 are designed so that you can play your own chords and get a variety of different intros and endings from the same sequence data. The fills on the i3 work highly musically because you can hit the fill button at different times in the measure and get what appear to be completely different fills. You can use the optional EC5 foot pedal to select any of the style elements or to cycle through them. You can even assign parameters like start-stop and the arrangement play mutes to the EC5. With all the different ways you can use the intros, endings, and fills, it's possible to play almost any song you know, and it's easy to find the appropriate intro and ending for any song you write. The i3 recognizes virtually every possible chord. Major seventh flat fives, suspended seconds and fourths, augmented major sevenths are all recognized. Because the music processor recognizes this wide variety of chords and has separate tables for each one, it is possible to play the style sequence data to add the kinds of nuances live musicians typically would. This demo uses the same note data, and all the work is being done by the i3's music processor. Plus, the i3 is constantly switching between different chord variation sets as you play different chords. Listen to how the i3 changes sequences on the diminished chord. With the power of its interactive functions, the i3 is constantly switching between both chord variations and note transposition tables. This is what allows the i3 styles to sound so dynamic and realistic. No matter what kind of chords you play, the i3 will provide the correct harmonic backing. Here's an example. There are 3 modes of chord scanning on the i3 for different performance situations. Chord scanning is the way the i3 analyzes what you play on the keyboard. The simplest scanning method is lower scanning. In this mode, playing a single note will be recognized as a major chord. Without changing scanning modes, you can also play 2-note, 3-note, or even complex chords, and the music processor will automatically analyze and display the proper chord. Upper scanning works only on the top half of the keyboard. It's good for when you want to play your own bass lines and use the arrangement tracks to play the drums and the chords. This gives you the freedom to play solos and duophonic lines over the top of your manual bass without the music processor constantly changing chords. Here's an example. The iSeries music processor has one final uncanny ability. It allows you to play over the entire range of the keyboard, and the i3 will follow you harmonically wherever you go. Finally, you can just play, and the i3 takes care of the rest. Here's an example that takes full advantage of full scanning's amazing capabilities.
Saying I love you is not an easy thing to do. And baby, it's not that I don't believe it, but trust in you. But when the newfound thrill has died, will you stay?
Synchro Start-Stop is really two features in one. At the beginning of a song, you can use it to start with a pickup. But even better is the ability to play riffs on the keyboard by pushing the Start-Stop button again after the arrangement is running. Setting chord hold to off is also good for playing riffs and breaks in the middle of a song. But unlike Synchro Start-Stop, with chord hold off, the bass and accompaniment tracks stop playing when you take your hands off the keyboard, but the drums and percussion keep going. Backing sequence is where you can put all the tricks you've learned in arrangement play together to create your own songs. Recording a backing sequence is very easy. You can practice the song in arrangement play mode, then go to backing sequence, select the same arrangement, and immediately start recording. Here's an example. The backing sequence allows you to record 4 different types of tracks. Keyboard tracks are what you play on the keyboard in an arrangement. Chord tracks record only the information of what chords are in the song. The control track contains a recording of all the front panel controls, such as pushing the button to change to a new variation or go to fill 2. The 8 extra tracks are identical to the regular song mode sequencer tracks and are not affected by the music processor at all. You can not only record these tracks in real time, you can edit the data in an event editor. Because the chord track and control track contain only the information related to the chords or the front panel buttons, it is extremely easy to view and edit the data. The backing sequence is not only easy to use, it's powerful as well. Imagine the possibilities of setting some of the extra tracks to the same MIDI channel as the backing tracks, so you can control their program, volume, and panning settings. The backing sequence makes it fast and easy to record professional quality song demos. The i3 allows you to record your own styles, as well as load new styles from a disc. The Edit Style mode has a 6-track sequencer specifically designed for making styles. It works just like a regular sequencer, except instead of writing songs, you write style elements. The Edit Style has many of the functions of the song mode sequencer, such as quantize and step recording. You can even import tracks from the song mode sequencer into the styles. Another important feature is the ability to copy a ROM style into RAM, and then write your own fills, intros, or bass lines. These are RAM styles, so you can load up to 4 new styles into the machine at any time for whatever performance situation arises. The i-Series is fully general MIDI compatible and supports standard MIDI files as well, so you can take advantage of the Korg GM library and the large library of third-party GM sequences. On top of that, the i3 will read the programs and songs directly from discs created on Korg's new X3 music workstation, so you can take advantage of the X3's growing sound library. Korg and third-party companies are already preparing the release of style option cards and discs to expand the i3's musical horizons into the future and beyond. You've witnessed the potential that the i-Series has as a songwriting tool and for live performance. The power of the interactive music processing makes it easier than ever to create high-quality song demos. For live performance applications, the i3 is unsurpassed in giving you total control over your music. That, combined with all of the standard music workstation functions, such as a fully programmable synthesizer and a 16-track sequencer, make it an indispensable tool for the creative musician.